welcome to Weather and Ag in Focus. Thanks for joining us on this Monday. It's 106, and it's not a finally free-for-all Friday, but it is a free-for-all Monday, and we got lots of fun things coming up on the show and a lot of different roads and things that we're going to be hitting and skipping across and throwing rocks across pond. I don't know. We got all sorts of fun stuff in store. I'm meteorologist Justin Storm. I'm here with Chief Meteorologist Dean Wysocki and Ag Director Bridgette Readel. And guys, I'm excited for this. We got some fun things, including we're going to throw Bridgette through the ringer with a bunch of ag trivia.
Rapid fire.
Ooh.
Rapid fire, lightning round.
So you're going to have some weather ones to come back. We'll give you a little time on that. We're going to play
I got 'em.
We're going to play Stump the Chumps. 2 against 1.
Okay, I've got mine. I'm ready to roll.
Oh, you already got it. Wow, look at
I got
that.
some ideas.
You know, I was it was kind of switching topics again, the free-for-all Monday. I was telling Dean that he missed out on a good show on Friday because we had so many phone call listeners or callers.
Yes.
And if you would like to call in to today's show, feel free to do so on the Red Wing Shoes studio line, 701-293-9000. But he's like, what the heck were you guys talking about to get so many phone calls? It's like, well, we're talking about farm safety, but more importantly, we're talking about the Pringles potato chip mashed potatoes.
This is not a good idea.
Is this a TikTok thing? Or what?
I'm sure it's on TikTok, but that's not where I saw it. But I got the Pringles. They're in the office.
So Wednesday, huh?
Wednesday. You're still coming down, right?
Yeah, I'm still going to be there.
Are you excited?
Yeah, but no.
I am. Well, you can watch all of our faces of either pure disgust or savory heaven on Monday if you want to watch our live streams on Facebook, YouTube, or Acres TV. Just search Weather and Ag in Focus because we'll be doing that at some point.
Will we have enough butter for these?
I will bring in a whole stick of butter.
Good idea.
And I got the big can too. It's like the one you can't get your elbow down to the bottom because your wrist gets stuck and you can't get those last chips. Yeah, that's the big. I got the big one.
Well, if you remember, we had a caller who wanted to know what's the nutritional difference between using instant potato flakes versus real potatoes for your mashed potatoes. And I reached out to one of our prior show guests because she's an expert, and that's Julie Garden Robinson. She is with NDSU, and Julie is a food and nutrition expert. She writes regular articles locally for people to reference when it comes to food questions. And what she sent me was the bottom line really is this. Overall, instant potatoes will be similar in nutrition versus what folks might actually think because they are made from dehydrated potatoes. But more importantly, I'm not sure if everybody realizes everything that comes packed into that little potato. First of all, vitamin C, potassium. It's a carbohydrate, no doubt, but it provides the carbs that we need. And I love this marketing. It's fat-free, gluten-free, plant-based, affordable, and quality. I like that.
That's great. I want to go back. This was another topic that we had on last week, and this came up on the coffee club, and they were talking about making sure that you're looking at the packaging of your marshmallows because for some reason there's been some tilapia contamination or something on there with the marshmallows, or the jello that they use with the marshmallow is made from some fish something, I don't know. And they were having a big deal about this because someone was allergic to fish and they didn't know it was in there. And to start off, I mean, if they're using a gelatin that has some trace amounts of fish or comes from a fish byproduct, it has to say on that packaging contains or may contain trace elements from fish. But the other thing on there that she got scared about was bioengineered something. I don't remember what it was. It was bioengineered something. And I was like, we actually just talked about that last week on Weather and Ag in Focus. Do you want to remind us what that meant when you see that bioengineered sticker on your label or the word?
Sure can. In fact, we had this discussion come up with a question from a listener on Bonnie and Friends as well, where they saw bioengineered on their packaging, and it was for split pea soup. And what it would mean is that something in the ingredients probably was cornstarch or a fructose syrup from corn in order to act as a bit of a sweetener or a binder was likely from a GMO, a genetically modified corn. doesn't mean that this is something that should freak you out by any means. We've been using GMOs since the late 1990s. We have had more than 1,800 studies to prove their safety in use, and there are actually only 7 GMO crops in the world. Corn and soybeans are 2 of them. Sugar beets are another. Papayas are 1. There's just a whole handful. So it's not a large group, and it's not all of your food ingredients. Does that help answer the question, Justin?
It totally does. And I think another point that you had made last Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday was that the whole bioengineered can even come down to just spraying your fields with a herbicide. Is that correct? That would be considered bioengineered?
There's a little bit of difference there. So if your field, let's say your soybeans, like the soybeans we're going to be raising for our Here We Grow project, they have a trait in them that gives tolerance to specific herbicides. And because of that, that would be considered bioengineered. But hold on, let me pull up this little tidbit. And this is slightly different. There's something out there called CRISPR. And if you're listening to the 1-minute breaks that you hear with my voice every week, CRISPR was brought up. And it's actually called clustered, regularly interspaced, short palindromic repeats. Everybody all together now.
Huh?
All right, let's palette
right.
critiques.
This is a technology that enables geneticists and researchers to edit part of a genome. It actually is like a set of molecular scissors that can cut and delete or replace gene expression in a variety of plants. And it's not like a classic GMO technique. This is different. And it's actually being used and easily passing the hurdles to be by government. So for instance, in the European Union, et cetera, they're readily accepting this because of the way it's been adapted.
Interesting.
That's very interesting.
So, we're going to play Stump the Chump when we come back. We still have a few minutes left, but since this might take a while, I'm going to give off 5. We'll do 5 rapid fire trivia questions to Bridgette. She'll have 30 seconds to answer each one. Okay. Now
this is like, hold on. Is my buzzer the barn door from the Fisher-Price barn?
That would be the buzzer.
No.
Oh,
The barn door.
Oh, that's not the buzzer.
The barn door. If you get it correct, how's that? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now let's throw a little mix in here. So after we get back from break, we will invite our listeners to call in and try and stump either Bridgette or me and you.
Okay.
If they can stump us, okay. And we get 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
It's got to be like a realistic question.
It's got to be a realistic question. Yeah. If they can stump us. We're almost out of rain gauges, so I can't throw that in. But we're waiting for more of those to come in. We will throw in a hat, and we'll throw in something a little extra too. I can't say what, because I'm gonna have to go check with our prize, see what's in our prize closet, see what I can raid out of our prize closet. So if somebody 701-293-9000, that's our Red Wing Shoes hotline. Again, wait till after the break. But if you can come up with a trivia question to either stump me and Justin, or an ag topic to stump Bridgette, then you'll win a hat, and then I'll throw in something else too. Just not sure what yet.
Hold on. So we have a prize closet?
We have a prize closet.
You don't know where it's at? We'll show you next time.
See, it's like our snack drawer that anytime Dean tries to put his hands on, he gets slapped. Except this is with more valuable stuff.
There's an alarm that goes off if you try and get in.
Good to know.
There's a way around that alarm, though.
Yeah, so we got all of that coming up on the show in our next segment. We got a few topics that we're going to talk about today, and I hope I didn't cut this off because I don't see it. There it is. All right, yeah, that's what it is. One of the big topics that we're going to talk about today is something that happened in recent weeks, and it's kind of a controversial thing and goes along the lines of food control or some form of terrorism with inside the United States food system. And we're going to be talking about that Texas dairy barn explosion and so kind of what's going on over there and try and get some actual information about what has happened and what is going on down there. And also we're going to be talking a little bit about farm safety again with an email from Dan. And what else? There's another story that happened last week, and this was about feral pigs in, was it Norman? Is that where it was?
Nope.
No,
nope,
not
it was
even close.
Tulma.
Was it Tulma? Yeah, let me give you one of these real quick. Go on. Tulna.
Good. So, yep, we can cover that real quick. And it was at Tulna, North Dakota. For those who aren't familiar, it is south of Lakota. And a farmer had a pig that was incredibly aggressive to him. It was a wild pig. He was concerned. He shot it, called Game and Fish. U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services also came out to verify that it was indeed not a feral pig. Feral pigs have been reported to be across the border in Manitoba and are of great concern because they can carry disease as well as destroy property and cropland. They are not pleasant. As I said before, pigs, kind of jerks, the feral ones especially. But Game and Fish was able to confirm that this pig that was shot at Tulna is not a feral pig. It was an escaped domestic pig.
Ooh.
So a little difference there.
Those things are ugly looking.
They are absolutely mean is what they are.
Well, and they've got, and correct me if I'm wrong, Bridgette, when I lived in Arizona, they have something similar called, I think, javelinas.
Yeah, javelina.
Javelinas?
Yes.
Those
javelina.
suckers are mean.
Those
so
things
they
will pin you up a tree and wait for you to fall out due to dehydration.
Are they of the same family?
Yeah. I think they're very similar.
Okay.
And these wild boars in Texas, they're like rodents. If you talk to Kevin Flynn on one of our other morning shows, he was mentioned. Yeah, you can shoot them anytime, and you don't have to dispose of carcasses because they'll just lay there and the other predators will take care of that for you.
Mm-hmm.
They're not great eating because they are wild and just root around for a variety of things.
That would be a fun calling point after we do trivia here coming up after the break. If you've ever had an encounter with a wild pig, an animal, something that scared you blankless, give us a call, 701-293-9000. That's the same number you use to call if you want to try and stump Dean, I, or Bridgette in our next segment when we do trivia. So stay tuned. We're coming right back.
Rock tribute concert to AC/DC, Poison, and ZZ Top. Saturday, April 22nd at the Bismarck Event Center. AC/DC by Bonfire. Bonfire's perfect recreation of AC/DC is amazing. A shot of Poison. This Poison tribute band is the real deal. And ZZ3, the best ZZ Top tribute band in the country. Doors open at 6 and the show starts at 7. Get your VIP packages, artist choice seating map and tickets at the Bismarck Event Center box office. Friday, April 21st. Or call now and buy over the phone. 800-514-3849. The Let There Be Rock tributes to AC/DC, Poison, and ZZ Top. April 22nd at the Bismarck Event Center. 800-514-3849. Don't miss it.
How long is the warranty on your car repair? Hi, this is Matthew Carlson, owner of Fix It Forward Auto Care. Every qualified repair at any of our 3 Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo locations is now covered by our extended 5-year, 60,000-mile warranty. Yes, you heard that right. 5 years or 60,000 miles. Peace of mind, just one more reason to choose Fix It Forward Auto Care. Ask your service advisor for details. Fix It Forward Auto Care, the name you trust for car repair.
Fix It Forward Auto Care.
Are you looking for an event photographer? Then look no more. Urban Toad Media offers a wide range of event photography from corporate and commercial events, private parties, press coverage, and more. Urban Toad Media understands the importance of capturing every element of your event in a professional manner. They can work in any environment and have an eye for spotting the special moments, whether it's a business event or private celebration. Contact Urban Toad Media today to book your event at urbantoadmedia.com.
Hi, it's Lon from Irie Insurance. Soon we'll swap snow for summertime. Boat rides and water skiing, camping in the RV, swimming in the backyard pool, or even a few rounds of golf. Unfortunately, these activities come with increased risks, and sadly, accidents happen. Having the proper insurance can protect you from theft, damage, liability, and more. Experience the Irie difference. Let Irie Insurance take care of your summer risks. To find a location near you, visit us at IrieInsurance.com.
They'll have you laughing right along with them. They're Bonnie and Friends.
1866. You could care less about this.
Okay. Are you putting words in my mouth? Why do you...
I'll put words in your mouth on
Why do you
this
think
one.
I care less about things?
Because it's a urinal. When's the last time you used a urinal, buddy?
Can't say I ever have.
Was I right, buddy?
Yeah, you're right.
1866. The patent for a urinal, no less.
And that's pretty important stuff, right?
Yeah.
Bonnie and Friends. Catch them weekday mornings beginning at 5.
Now is the perfect time to upgrade your kitchen with new appliances from Regal's. Get up to $2,000 back on select GE Profile appliances now through June 1st, featuring the latest smart home technology, providing a simpler and smarter cooking and cleaning experience. Smart technology meets unbeatable prices, plus free delivery and free recycling of your old appliances. Find out why for over 75 years, Regal's has delivered value. Regal's, 609 Main Avenue, Moorhead.
What do eyewear and weather have in common? Join us for the Aspire Optical Eye on the Sky weekly weather forecast to find out. Each Tuesday morning, Dean Wysocki, Justin Storm, and myself, Ashley Freeborn, owner of Aspire Optical, will bring you the 7-day forecast.
You never know where we'll be or how it will be presented, but we promise to bring you the most accurate forecast this side of the Red River.
And learn how you can save big on eyewear from Aspire Optical.
Watch the Aspire Optical Eye on the Sky weekly weather forecast on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter pages.
Trust us, this is weather and eyewear like you've never seen.
Get your golf game ready for the season or learn to play at Sweet Shots in Fargo. It may not be perfect spring conditions outside yet, but you can still go to the Sweet Shots Golf Academy and get a lesson to tune up your game or schedule a time for you or your kids to learn the game. They have the Putt View high-tech putting green and can get you fitted for just the right set of clubs to improve your game. Get your game in peak condition at the Sweet Shots Golf Academy. Details at sweetshots.com or see their Facebook page.
Pucklet Chevrolet Buick GMC in Valley City makes it easy to find your next Chevrolet Buick GMC or pre-owned vehicle by offering a great selection at our best prices possible.
And welcome back to Weather and Ag in Focus. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Again, we're going to play a little fast round trivia here. Stump the Chumps. If you have a trivia question you think you can stump us with, give us a call on our Red Wing hotline, 701-293-9000. So, are you ready, Bridgette? All right, you got 30 seconds between each question.
If you're wrong, but if you are correct, you get the barn door.
Okay.
Okay.
And I have no idea what's coming. You guys have
You
given
have
me no
idea.
categories, no nothing.
Okay. Question number 1. What is the stone fruit that is the national fruit of India, Haiti, and the Philippines?
Dates.
Mango. Mango.
Ooh, I love some mango.
Texas A&M University stands for Texas Agriculture, and what does the M stand for?
It's either mechanics or military.
Close enough. Close. Mechanical. All right. She's one.
All right.
1 for 1.
Tried to rapid fire it there. It didn't work.
Alaskan farmers took out low-interest loans from the Rural Electrification Administration, established as one of what president's New Deal reforms?
Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Woo! All right.
Good job, Bridgette.
All right. She's only.
Oh, you guys, rural electrification was amazing at the farm level.
Good deal. All right. Question number 4. Are we on 4?
Sure.
She's 2 and 1. An economic bubble of what plant in the Netherlands is frequently referenced when referring to over-speculation of an asset? An economic bubble of what plant in the Netherlands is frequently referenced when referring to an over-speculation of an asset? Do you want me to give you a hint?
Yeah, because it's not tulips. Oh?
It was tulips.
Good job, Bridgette.
Really?
You did not.
That was the only plant I could think of from the Netherlands, is the tulip.
Yeah.
Really?
Very good.
Explains why I didn't major in economics.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll bring this one a little closer to home. Although the statue is located more than 60 miles from its company headquarters, the city of Blue Earth, Minnesota is home to a 55-foot tall statue of what vegetable mascot? That's an easy one. No?
The jelly green giant.
You are correct. All right. So we only got her on 1. We stumped her on 1.
4 out of 5. Good job.
Yeah, if you have any trivia questions, whether it's ag for Bridgette or weather from Justin and I, you think you can stump us, you'll win a hat, and then I'll throw something else in there. We might have a couple of car wash coupons maybe.
Oh, it'd be a good time to get a car wash.
Again, 701-293-9000, our Red Wing Shoe hotline. So, all right, Bridgette, your turn
to
try and stump us 2 chumps.
I wish these were short answered, but I'm gonna make y'all explain these maybe more than anything.
It feels like a dynamics
Man,
test
I'm back
again.
in college again.
Short answers only.
Oh, we'll mix it up.
Okay.
So here it is.
All right.
Is air heavier on humid days? Is air heavier on humid days?
That's a trick.
Not.
That's a
It
trick
is
question.
lighter.
But yeah, colder air is much heavier and dense.
Okay, that's what I just read here. At the same temperature and pressure, humid air is lighter than dry
It
air.
is.
Which
Yeah.
how come my hair curls up and everybody has a hard time breathing on humid days? What's that about?
Because it's so thick.
All right.
Okay.
1 for 1.
There we go. There we go.
What is a rain shadow?
A rain shadow? That's a That's
Yep, have you ever heard of
that's the visual effect that you get from rain falling from the sky, isn't it?
Okay, so are you talking Virga? Is that the answer you're looking for?
Nope. What I have here is that
Oh,
a rain shadow.
Okay, no. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. So rain shadow, you're talking about the mountains, where you get a rain shadow over the mountains, where it's the dry side.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a dry side.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. 2 for 2, gentlemen. Nice.
We got 2
Now,
minds to
Dean,
your
if you-
1. Although us 2 probably don't even equal yours.
So I know I showed this list of questions to Dean when I was in studio last week. He just has to remember them.
Oh, I can't even remember last night. You expect me to remember last
Hey,
week?
what did you eat for breakfast today?
What I have for breakfast?
Yeah.
Cheerios, mango fruit, or not mango, kiwi.
Ah, that's close.
Yeah.
Aw.
And an energy
Mango.
drink.
I love
Just
mango.
testing his memory.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right
You
then.
pass.
Keep testing. Here we go.
2 for 2.
So April 15th, 1980, temperatures soared to an early season high of what in Yuma, Arizona?
You want the exact temperature?
Oh, my.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what was the date?
April 15th, 1980. Are you duck going over there?
He's duck going. I'm going to go with 123 degrees.
I'm going 120.
110. This was in Yuma. Early season high.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go to Texas. Taylor, Texas. April 29th, 1905. Taylor, Texas received 2 inches of rain in how many minutes?
7.
No. 2 inches of rain. We're going to go 10 minutes.
Oh, he's got it. 10 minutes. 2 inches of rain in 10 minutes.
That's a
Can
good,
you
healthy amount
imagine?
of rain. That's 12 inches an hour if my math is correct.
Talk
You're correct.
about
He
raining
thought about it.
You're correct.
buckets. Mhm. Yeah. Talk about raining in buckets. That's actually the truth. All right. And then here's my last one. This is about wind. So it's April 12th, 1934. The world's top wind speed at the time was recorded at the Mount Washington Observatory in New Hampshire. What was that top wind speed?
And this is back in 1935?
34.
Okay.
Boy, this thing must be high up to
You
catch
see,
this kind of wind.
The, the further back in time you go, the more extreme these values are.
Right.
Which kind of fights the whole thing that we're
really?
seeing worse storms today.
Was this
than we did
sustained
back
wind
then.
or wind gust? Does it say?
Top wind speed was all I have.
Justin,
wind
we get 2 guesses, so.
Okay.
Justin?
It's 168 miles per hour.
No, I'm thinking it's higher than that, actually. I'm going to go
It is higher than that.
I'm going 194. Actually,
Okay.
I think it's over
and
200.
now-
I think it's over 200, though.
I need you to tell me how they figured this out. 231
Tights.
miles an hour.
Yeah,
231.
That was over 200. It's a strong
231 in
anemometer.
1934. Is that
Okay,
some
so we were
dude
both
hanging
wrong.
onto his hat?
Right?
Just like, oh God, I'm going to blow away.
That's insane.
So what, we're 3 for 5?
Yeah, we gotta give ourselves one of those.
Was that
real
the 5th
quick.
one?
That was it.
It was.
Okay.
That
That's
was
fast.
it.
That's some quick wind. That's some quick air.
230.
230. Wow.
Nice.
What's the record gust from a
right.
hurricane? That's around 200, isn't it?
Bet it is. Dean will look it up
We'll
for
have to
us.
look it up during our next break. And if you want to join in on our trivia, try and stump me and Dean or Bridgette and give your chance to win something. The The Red Wing Shoes studio phone line is calling you. 701-293-9000 is how you can get a hold of us. Or if you want to answer our question from earlier, and today we were talking about the feral hogs up in northern North Dakota. You ever been attacked by a wild animal, stalked, something that scared the blank out of you? 701-293-9000. We want to hear about it. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Nancy Kelly Realty is here for you. We would love to show you around. Looking for the simplicity of country living? Then welcome home to Colfax Meadows in Colfax, North Dakota. An easy 25-minute drive from Fargo or Wahpeton. We have half and 1 acre lots starting at $22,500 with a 2-year tax exemption on new homes and low specials. Build your dream home, raise a family, or retire in the country. Colfax Meadows has a place for you. Find us at nancykellyrealty.com.
You've heard of the saying, out with the old and in with the new. Hi, Teresa here from the Fargo Red Wing Shoe Store. Have you been hanging on to those tired old Red Wing boots that no longer give you the comfort and support that you need or deserve? Why wait? Stop in and see our certified fit specialist and get you a brand new pair of boots. Believe it or not, feet change over time. So let us use the newest technology to help you find the best fitting boots. 3003 Main Avenue in Fargo, Red Wing Shoes for ultimate durability.
Plains Grain and Agronomy Cooperative is looking for a full-time, self-motivated, organized professional to operate and maintain their agronomy plant and grain facilities, knowledge of agricultural commodities and services, and an ability to lift 50 pounds, safely and effectively handle products when loading and offloading according to company guidelines. Plains Grain and Agronomy has a great work culture, pay, and full benefits. For more details and to apply, go online to plainsgrain.com. That's plainsgrain.com.
Is your home ready for spring? Don't let the spring melt catch you off guard. Let the Pro Flow and Pro Series sump pump professionals at Legacy give you the peace of mind you deserve. Our expert team is on a mission to deliver the best plumbing and heating experience in town the Legacy way. Trust us to tackle the toughest plumbing challenges your home may face all year. Follow us on Facebook, visit our website, or call us today to take advantage of our $80 sump pump inspection. And remember, life flows better with Legacy.
Prom night is your chance to let loose and enjoy yourself. This is a big moment when you celebrate with your friends. Prom is a fun and an important milestone to experience. Your prom night is a lifelong memory. Enjoy and keep it safe. Supporting prom safety on the air because they care are your friends at Teals Market in Gwinner. Stop in today for groceries, snacks, or gas. Teals Market in Gwinner. Online at tealsmarket.com. Have a fun and safe prom from everyone at Teals Market in Gwinner.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
In business, everything your employees do impacts your brand, including what they wear. Cintas has high-performance workplace apparel for almost every job imaginable. From work shirts and pants, to polos and khakis, to Oxfords or T-shirts, these clothes move, breathe, and look great. Your team gets the styles they like, you convey the image you want. And Cintas service includes weekly laundry and delivery. To learn more, visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
How long does it take to tackle a home project? With Angie, you could cross it off your list before this ad is over. Just tell us what you need, indoor or outdoor, repair or redesign, and we handle the rest, sending a top pro to get it done. You don't have to lift a finger, except to tap the screen or click the mouse. Plus, Angie is free to use. So bring us your next home project, and we'll bring it home. Download the app or go to Angie.com, that's ANGI.com, to get started.
Welcome back to Weather and Ag in Focus. Thanks for rejoining us. It's 1:35, just about 1:36 in the afternoon. If you want to join us on this free-for-all, not-so-finally Monday, Feel free to do so by giving us a call. Red Wing Shoes studio phone line. That's 701-293-9000. If you got any trivia for Dean, I, or Bridgette, if you can stump us up, you could win something special and a free WDAY radio hat. So give us a phone call. Or if you got an animal story, something you came across, you ran into, something that scared you, close encounters, again, give us a phone call. We got Carrie on line 1. We're going to bring Carrie into the show, and you got a story about is this a coyote, is it, right?
Encounters. Yes.
Awesome. Can you turn your radio down just a little bit? You still there, Carrie?
Hi, I'm here.
Hi. You got a story for us on a coyote, is that correct?
Yes, good afternoon. Beautiful day outside. Wanted to just let y'all know. It was a short story. I just moved to Utah a few years ago, and as I was headed uphill towards the parking lot to my new employer's office at a clinic, I noticed that there was something behind me, and I didn't look because I just thought, well, it might be nerves, whatever.
Right.
Next thing you know, this feeling kept getting stronger and stronger in my gut, and I decided to look back, and it must have been a minute, but it felt like forever. I looked back, and there was a coyote. This is at 6 a.m., so I started like the 7 o'clock shift, but I get there early, so 6 a.m. in the morning, and this coyote is just shadowing me. He's probably about 5-6 feet behind me, and I'm thinking, oh dear, what do I do?
What did you do? What happened?
Nothing. He actually met me at the door of the building, and I was shaking with my keys, and my coworker let me in, and I was like, "Thank you, God, I'm here."
So it just followed you how long did it follow you for?
About 5 minutes.
Wow.
But it was coming up from a woodland area that was filled with trees and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I was in his way because this is like an empty parking lot. And then here I was in front of this building, and it was just open parking area.
Hey, you weren't walking around with a bag full of Triscuits, were you?
No, just my lunch. It was my lunch I had in my pocket.
Oh no!
So,
Now, Carrie, you said this happened in Utah. Are you currently in Utah?
No.
Okay.
I'm currently in Fargo.
Thought you might have been listening to us on our app, and you were actually in Utah.
I watched
I'm so sorry to disappoint.
No, that's okay.
Oh, that's great. Well, Carrie, you got any? By chance, you got any trivia for any of us? And Carrie, you still there?
Hi.
Yes.
You got any trivia for us?
No.
No?
Okay. that takes care of that.
Hey, well, thanks for calling there, Carrie. I'm going to go to another line here. And welcome to Weather and Ag in Focus. How is your day going? Who is this?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. I'm calling to report a problem with WDAY. I'm calling from Baltimore, Maryland.
Sure, yeah. I'm going to put you on hold. Our producer will be able to help you out, all right? We're live on air. All righty.
Oh, come on, you should have let that go. That could have been good.
It could have been good.
That could have been a real good one.
Been real good. I wonder what the issue was.
I don't know.
He's calling from Baltimore,
Well,
was it?
remember, there were some folks last week that said from occasionally like the Google Dot or whatever it is, some of those little
it's some
streaming
software
devices
issue.
haven't worked.
Craps out on them, and they can't connect to us through TuneIn or some app that Google uses.
I'm so glad that we have guys in the control room who can fix that for us. So thank you for taking care of that, and there, gentlemen.
I've got a few more trivia questions here. Do we have any more?
Okay,
we got time to do another one. We got egg topics too.
Okay.
You want to do another trivia real quick, or
let's do a little bit of trivia.
More trivia.
And again, if you have any trivia questions, if you can give us a call, 701-293-9000 on the Red Wing Shoes hotline. If you can stump either Bridgette with an ag topic, ag question, or stump Justin and I with a weather question, we'll give you a WDAY hat, and we'll throw something else in. I'm not sure what yet. We'll figure it out. All right. I'm going to start you off with an easy one, Bridgette. The Dust Bowl, a period of severe drought in the 1930s that devastated farmers, started in what state before spreading eastward?
Oklahoma.
Yep. Good. That was kind of an easy one. Okay.
Texas.
All right. Here we go. A leafy vegetable native to the Mediterranean, along with other cabbage species, began appearing in northern Europe during the 5th century, and a few hundred years later became closely associated with a major European city on the river Seine. Today, their name continues to reference that city. I think it's S-E-N-N-E, Seine. I believe so. What is the vegetable?
Is it Brussels sprouts?
It is Brussels sprouts. So I'm going to interrupt here real quick. We got another
she's on a roll.
We got another phone call in here. Hey, caller, welcome to Weather and Ag in Focus. What's your name?
Dan.
Dan?
What you got, Dan?
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, I got both for you, actually. I'm going to start with the encounter.
Sure.
Yeah, a few years back, I was driving beat truck, and I
hope this is a Bigfoot
story. About 2-3 in the morning, and I went to the farmer's yard to fuel up again. And while I was standing there, a buck just walked up to me like it wasn't even scared of me. It was probably 2 feet away from me, and I thought it was cool for about 30 seconds until it started snorting and pawing and swinging its antlers. And luckily I was like right by the beat truck, so I just scrambled up the ladder, got back in the driver.
Dan, who won, the beat truck or the buck?
The buck ran off. I blew the air horn and it ran off.
I was really hoping this was going to turn into a Bigfoot story. I was like, oh, this is getting better and better. It's dark. It's 3 a.m. He's by the fuel pump.
And you had something else too, Dan?
Yeah. What plant did they plant around the Fukushima nuclear reactor when it melted down to try to get the radiation out of the soil?
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay,
I think we
so
all get guesses
Dan,
here.
Yeah, we're going to walk through this. It's got to be something that they're going to try to pull. It's got to be like a taproot type thing. So I'm thinking like carrots, turnips, something like that. Would I be right?
No, and it's actually fairly common in the Midwest.
I'm gonna say wheat. I'm gonna say wheat.
No.
You see, he said Midwest because I was thinking tropical, so that changes my answer.
Okay, you got one guess.
So we are talking about corn.
Nope.
Dang.
I got one more. If you said typical in the Midwest, do I get to guess rhubarb?
Well, that's wrong. It's sunflowers.
Sunflowers.
Really?
They pull radiation
sunflowers.
out of the ground, or is there some other reason?
I guess it's just good at drawing in radiation. I read that shortly after the incident happened, and I was like kind of like surprised that that's what they were using to try to lower the radiation in the surrounding.
That's a good.
That's really good.
Dan, congrats. We will. Jacob, can you get Dan's info and then
he'll get it.
Yeah, and then we'll Dan will set you up with a WDAY hat, and we'll throw something else in there as well. Good question. That was a tough one.
Yeah, thanks for calling in, Dan. Hey, do you listen often?
I do.
Hey, well, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it.
Thank
yeah,
you,
we're
Dan.
gonna put you on hold here. Jacob is still on the line with that gentleman who's reporting an issue, but just give him a couple minutes. He'll get to you and get your information. We'll get you that prize. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks, Dan.
All right. I think we got time for one more trivia question. Boy, Bridgette's on a roll. All right. What Asian country whose national flag features a blue 24-spoke Ashoka chakra wheel in its center? It's the world's largest producer of milk. Which Asian country whose national flag features a blue 24-spoke Ashoka chakra wheel in its center? It's the world's largest producer of milk.
Largest producer of milk.
Milkvania.
Okay, did you say it was Asian or Middle Eastern? Asian. I'm positive. Thailand. I know that's wrong.
India. India is the world's largest producer of milk.
Okay, so
That's
I
their
wanted to say
flag as a
India, but when
wheel?
you said Asian country, I think of India as Middle Eastern, so that didn't make any sense. But it does make sense
do
about
have
the
a
milk
wheel.
because cows are sacred in India.
That's
Therefore,
They are. That's right.
therefore, I can understand why there's so much milk production over there.
I never knew there was a blue wheel on the flag of India.
There is. Oh, and by the way, we're thinking cows. What if that was goat milk? Because there's
It
a
could
lot
be
of
goat
goats
milk.
in India too.
You ever hear
so
that
now
they
I've
use
thrown out
goat milk to get silk?
goat milk for silk,
Mm-hmm.
not worms.
True or false?
Well, you brought it up. I'm going to say true.
It's true.
It is true.
It is true. Yeah, they genetically modified goats to produce silk in their milk, and it's another source for silk.
One more quick one before we go to break.
What do you mean one?
Bridgette,
What's time?
I know this is. We can go long. Who cares? Bridgette, what's the name of the process by which the chaff, a dry protective casing, is separated from a grain like wheat or rice? It usually
you run it through the combine.
Yeah, it usually follows threshing in the process of grain preparation. What's it called?
But when you run it through the combine, that's the straw chopper on the back end of it. You're basically just threshing when you're taking the chaff from the wheat.
We'll read it again. What's the name of the process?
Okay.
What's the name of the process by which the chaff, a dry protective casing, is separated from a grain like wheat or rice? It usually follows threshing in the process of grain preparation. Begins with a W.
I'm going to, with a W?
Mm-hmm.
Work.
It's called winnowing. Never heard of it.
Winnowing.
Winnowing.
Winnow. Yep. Okay. That's not what I was thinking of, because if you think of a windrow, that's usually like if you've cut your grain and it's laying in a row in your field. So windrow. Okay. Winnowing. I got it now. Thanks.
Hey,
got
there
me.
you go. Well, we're going to get up to date on the American Ag Network. When we come back, we're going to hit one of our ag topics.
We got to cover weather yet, too. We haven't even touched on weather.
Too much trivia, Dean. Too much trivia.
All right.
Stay tuned.
I got to know weather.
We'll be right back.
It's the Let There Be Rock tribute concert to AC/DC, Poison, and ZZ Top. Saturday, April 22nd at the Bismarck Event Center. AC/DC by Bonfire. Bonfire's perfect recreation of AC/DC is amazing. A shot of Poison. This Poison tribute band is the real deal. And ZZ3, the best ZZ Top tribute band in the country. Doors open at 6 and the show starts at 7. Get your VIP packages, artist choice seating map and tickets at the Bismarck Event Center box office. Friday, April 21st. Or call now and buy over the phone. 800-514-3849. The Let There Be Rock tributes to AC/DC, Poison, and ZZ Top. April 22nd at the Bismarck Event Center. 800-514-3849. Don't miss it.
You know the voice.
1,000-mile-an-hour soup. Well, let's just get right into it, shall we? Why not? As always, a bunch of topics to toss out. We hope you respond to them. I like getting the emails, but I'd rather talk to listeners on the phone. It's just so much more fun. And that was a treat to go to A&W once in a while. Step down, go, okay, let's go. We're going to load up. Let's go. We're going to A&W. Oh, God, yes!
He's Jay Thomas. Heard weekday afternoons at 2 here on AM 970 and FM 93.1 WDAY.
Hey everyone, John Adams here. I hope you'll join me on WDAY Radio for my new talk show, Talk of the Town with John Adams. Every Wednesday from 11 to noon, we'll talk about issues that affect us all in the Fargo-Moorhead community. We'll talk taxes, the diversion, places to go and things to do, and of course, bison and Viking football. We'll talk about issues that affect everyone in this great community that we call home. That's Talk of the Town with John Adams, Wednesdays at 11 on WDAY Radio.
Rich Risvet with American Ag Network here with this market update. We're chatting with Arlen Suderman of Stone X. Arlen, as I look at the numbers here, it seems to be a pretty quiet day in the trade today. Soybeans are up. What are you making of those numbers today?
Well, what we're seeing today overall is a continuation of the bull spreading we've been seeing in the past. Old crop stocks are tight, and new crop stocks are expected to increase, except for the difference today is we're seeing overall net gains across the board. So even though old crop prices are going up faster than new crop is also bouncing, and I think that's significant. We're seeing corn and soybeans push higher on good demand and, in fact, better than expected demand. Export inspections have been good, even with the big Brazil crop. And the Brazil crops do continue to get bigger in size, but the Argentine crops continue to get smaller, absorbing a lot of that excessive growth production in Brazil. On the wheat side, we're seeing some strength, especially in Chicago, where short covering is the name of the game, with Russia making more comments about closing off the Ukraine grain initiative, and that's also providing some support for corn in addition to wheat. The biggest thing is short covering. Friday's Commitment of Traders report from the CFTC showed that the speculative funds hold massive big short or sold positions in Chicago wheat. That's where the bulk of the short covering is going. Don't know that it's going to be a sustainable rally once that short covering is doing, but the size of the potential short covering does give it some upside potential.
Those have been comments by Arlen Suderman of Stone X. Quick look at the grains here. May corn is up 4 1/4 at 670.5, with July up 1 at 636 3/4, and the May soybeans, they are up 12 3/4 at 1513 1/4. For the American Ag Network, I'm Richard Ristvet.
And welcome back to WDAY Weather and Ag in Focus. I'm Bridgette, Readel, Ag Director, joined by Chief Meteorologist Dean Wysocki and Meteorologist Extraordinaire Justin Storm. And you know what, guys? It's Weather and Ag in Focus, and I'd like to focus on the weather because Justin said snow later this week. I'm sort of freaked out.
Just putting words in my mouth.
Yeah, it's a possibility. It's a possibility.
What kind of snow are we talking about?
It doesn't look like anything heavy, but it's enough to remind you that Mother Nature just keeps kicking us in the shins. Just when we start to heal up and think it's spring, she just kicks us in the shins again. But nice start to the week. A lot of sunshine today. Temperatures in the 40s across much of the area. And we'll rise a few more degrees, mid to upper 40s today. A little bit of a breeze out of the northwest, 10 to 15. But wall-to-wall sunshine. Not a cloud in the sky. It's a pretty decent afternoon. Not bad. Tonight, back down into the 20s. So that's good. That freeze-thaw cycle for flooding. And then as we head into tomorrow, we're looking at more clouds increasing throughout the day. It turns windy out of the southeast, winds increasing 15 to 30, highs right around 50, and then good chance for showers and thunder showers Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. That could mix with or initially start as snow, especially in the northern valley, before changing over to rain. And maybe about a quarter inch out of that. Some spots picking up a little bit more. So no heavy rain expected, which is great news for flooding. And then we'll see a break in the action Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night, before the back end of this system wraps back in with colder air on Thursday and Friday. I do think there's a halfway decent shot at seeing some light accumulating snow Thursday night into Friday morning after the sun goes down. Doesn't look like anything heavy, but don't be surprised if you wake up Friday morning and you're like, crap. The ground's white again, right? And then it's gonna be a cold, breezy weekend for next weekend.
Another one?
We just can't get a string of decent weather to really just settle in here. And there's a trio. There's 4 storms out in the Pacific that have to traverse the U.S. over the next couple of weeks. And I'll tell you what. Hopefully, this is the last one that produces snow. I wouldn't bet the mortgage on it, but again, we'll be keeping an eye. We're getting into the kind of that stormy part of the LRC cycle, so we'll be keeping an eye on it. But yeah, don't be surprised to see some light accumulations Thursday night into Friday morning. At least,
just so you guys know, I'm really underwhelmed about that. Really underwhelmed.
You wanted more?
Not quite.
Okay.
I was really looking forward to no more snow.
Yeah,
Thanks ever so much.
You're not the only one.
You guys are the you are so hated for being right. I just want you to know that. People just get mad because you're always right.
Did you say we were right?
Or hated? I heard you
Yes.
said hated.
Hated, I agree with. Let's wait till it actually snows before we say we're right.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Hopefully
right,
we're
got
wrong.
I want to be wrong.
did.
I've never wanted to be more wrong before in my
Yeah,
life.
I bet you haven't.
I hope I am wrong. Well, let's switch on over to something. Hope we got enough time for this. If you want to join in, 701-293-9000. But we're going to be talking about something that's recently happened. We've talked about this several times over the last few months, even into last year, on attacks of the food system, corporatizing food, and conspiracies, and all sorts of different fun stuff.
And unexplained phenomena.
But when you see radar tracings, ground-based eyewitness reports, there's something going on here.
There might be something going on here with this one. I'm not entirely sold. Bridgette, I'm hoping you can give us a little more information on what's going on with this. And before I do that, it looks like we got a caller. This is Teresa. And Teresa, welcome to Weather and Ag in Focus. What's going on?
Hi. I just enjoy listening to your show. And who else has used that stump the chumps?
Oh, well, appreciate that, Teresa. And
who else has used Stump the Chump?
You mean like someone else who uses the bit on another station, or someone here?
Very, very, very famous. And if you need another hint, I'll give it to you. But right now, if you want to guess, and then if you don't, I'll give you a hint.
Oh, it's trivia for us.
Yeah. And Teresa's right. That was a bit that was always used by, it was ages ago. And tell me if I'm too far off here, Teresa. I want to say something like Johnny Carson or Ed Sullivan, somebody along those lines. Am I wrong?
Oh, kind of along those lines. They were on Saturday mornings. And they were
Saturday mornings.
Cartoons.
From the East Coast. And they were brothers.
Oh, boy. The Smothers Brothers?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the right and left Twix brothers.
Okay. What's in your parking lot?
What's in my parking lot? I got cars in my parking lot.
Okay.
Is it the Car Brothers?
Who are they?
I don't know who it was. Who was it?
Well, okay. You have cars. Do they have words?
I mean, they have names.
Okay.
We got Beth, old Rhonda.
The word car and then word kind of play with that word. Play with word. Car. Blank.
Was it Car Talk that used to be on PBS?
Yeah.
There we go.
They'd always
Car Talk.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bridgette saved us.
Thank you, Bridgette.
Yeah.
You're welcome. When she said cars, I'm like, hold on. There's a show that used to be on, and it was. Oh, excellent.
Thank you, Teresa.
Well, thanks for calling in, Teresa. Appreciate it. Calling again in the future, all right? All righty. Well,
That was a good
good
question.
no idea.
That was tough.
What's in your
long-
parking lot?
How long ago? How long ago is that, Bridgette? Is that back in the 70s?
So, not quite. These guys were on. Let's see, as for what I'm seeing, somewhere in the 90s into the early 2000s, perhaps.
Wow,
but yeah, it was
okay.
a pair of brothers, and they would solve your car problems on air. Like you could call them, and they would diagnose.
There's a
vehicles
radio
for
show
you.
that does that still.
These guys were a radio show.
They
This
must
was,
still be going
back-
strong.
Yep,
someone
from
else picked it up.
77 to no, it was till 2012 when the brothers retired, and then there's a Best of Car Talk that does indeed continue. So there you go.
Interesting. Well, we'll pick up on our big controversial topic tomorrow, that Texas dairy barn that exploded. We'll get the facts on that tomorrow. Until then, everyone have a great day. The Jay Thomas Show is coming up next.
AM